Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the aspect of Jupiter and Saturn, because right now, both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting the same sign. And wherever both Jupiter and Saturn simultaneously aspect is what I call a point of manifestation. So as Saturn, and always remember I am talking about the sidereal zodiac, as Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn right now, and Jupiter is in the sign of Aquarius, they both aspect the sign of Libra simultaneously. So I'm going to tell you exactly what this is all about and how this affects you personally, because we all have Libra as a point of reference in all of our charts. But before I go forward, let me remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter at thegalacticcenter.org. And while there, please note that we have a lot of new jewelry pieces, beautiful spiritual jewelry, chokers and earrings. And now I have, which I absolutely love, the signs, each of the zodiac signs. And I am wearing right now Gemini, because Gemini is my sidereal rising sign. That's Vedic astrology. So the rising sign really sets up your chart so that you know what's happening. And here is a gold pendant that has the star of your birth sign, and it has the gemstone in it. It's beautiful. So I'm excited about all of the zodiac signs that we're presenting. Check it out on my website, galacticcenter.org. And don't forget, if you want to take this to a deeper level, become part of my university, check it out, University of Vedic Astrology.com. So talking about the Jupiter and Saturn aspect, as Jupiter is right now sidereally in the sign of Aquarius. And so Jupiter's major aspect, the one that's 100% in power, is the trinal aspect, which means the trine forms from 5 and 9 placements from where it is. And when I say 5 and 9 placements, I'm talking about you counting the houses, the signs from where it is. So therefore, Jupiter is aspecting while it's in Aquarius. It will be aspecting the other air signs. Those are the trinal aspects. So as Jupiter trines the signs while it's in Libra, it's going to be casting a trine to Gemini and Libra. So while it's in Aquarius, it is aspecting Libra. That's a full-bodied aspect by its trinal aspect. Now going to where Saturn is in Capricorn. And Saturn and Jupiter will primarily stay in these signs till around April of 2022. So April 30th of 2022, that's going to be when Saturn shifts into Aquarius. So Saturn's going to be in the sign of Capricorn till April of 2022, the end of April. Now Jupiter is in Aquarius, where it is aspecting Libra from April 5th to around September 14th and 15th. So let me just say this. Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Aquarius till September, mid-September. Then it's going to retrograde for 2 months back into Capricorn, returning back to Aquarius around November 20th of this year, 2021. But by April, around April 13th of 2022, Jupiter will shift into Pisces. But regardless, primarily, except for those 2 months of September to November, September, October, November, Jupiter's going to be in Aquarius for a year. So while it's in Aquarius, it's aspecting the sign Libra and Gemini, but the sign Libra is being aspected by Saturn. Saturn square. As Saturn sits into Capricorn, it is squaring the sign Libra. Now, Saturn's special aspects, I've gone through these with you. In one of my videos, you can check back to it around about the aspects, which we call drishti, which drishti means to glance. These planets are sending their power, their energy to these sign houses. And Saturn sending its energy, Saturn's special aspect is 3 placements from itself and 10 placements from itself. So 10 placements from Capricorn is Libra. So this is what this is based on, the fact that Jupiter's casting its trinal aspect to Libra and Saturn's aspecting its special 10th aspect to Libra. And so this is the point of reference, Libra, that is empowered. Remember this, wherever both Jupiter and Saturn aspect is a point of power. I call this that it empowers it. It's a point of manifestation, right? So this is all powerful, and you will be able to create, and things coming from that house, that sign, are going to be the places that you have the most power. Because I want you to know that astrology should always be used to empower us. And that's why I want to bring this special aspect up to everyone. Everyone, pay attention to where Libra is. Now, even though you may not have planets in Libra, you still have a house that is Libra. So I thought it would be very interesting to point out where you have these essences of great power throughout this time frame that I gave you, which is basically between now till April, except for the months of September to November. Okay, so watch this house. So let me go through the different ascendants, and so that you will know what house Libra is. And if you happen to have planets in Libra, look out. This is going to be a very meaningful year where you can manifest your highest goals and dreams. So what would that be about? The house that Libra rules. Okay, so let's jump in and let's talk about these different ascendants. And don't forget, if you have planets in that house, they are vitally empowered in a serious way. And you can create what you need in your life to bring healing and happiness. There's been too much unhappiness in the world lately. We've got to change that. We've got to bring that back. And you can do it through conscious awareness. And what is conscious awareness? Conscious awareness is when you become conscious of what you're doing instead of unconscious, just letting emotions rule you, feelings, thoughts rule you. Take back your own control. You are in control and power of what you think, who you are, and what you feel. Now, this takes concerted effort. If you're not thinking about these things, if you're not getting outside yourself and being objective as to what you're doing, nothing will change. But if you take your power, and through astrology, we can see where the power is, you can change your life. And you can manifest anything you want. This is a fact, just nobody believes it. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but if you don't believe it, it won't happen. But when you do believe it, that's when the sky opens and you receive. That is a promise. So let's talk about how this astrology is going to help you. Now, always remember, you cannot use the placements of your Western astrology chart. Please make sure that you know what chart you're looking at. So if you want to know your rising sign, go to my website and check out the free chart calculator, which once again, that's galacticcenter.org. I have a chart calculator so that you can know what your rising sign is. Scroll all the way to the bottom if you don't understand the charts, no big deal. At the bottom, it tells you ascendant, what sign. And so I'm going over each and every ascendant so that you can get in touch with your power. So looking at this, if you have a Libra ascendant, you are becoming empowered. You really are knowing what your value is, your purpose. This is a point of manifestation for you personally. Even the way you appear to others, your looks, your appearance, it's all becoming more powerful. What the first house is you. So if you have Libra ascendant, this means your whole aura, everything about your essence is becoming empowered. Take advantage of this. This is what you need right now. None of these, I'm not worthy, I can't have this, I don't, none of that. You can have, you can be whatever you believe you are. So use this power of the mind and emotion to manifest. This is all powerful for those that have Libra as their ascendant. So let's continue on around the zodiac. If you have Scorpio as your ascendant, this is going to be your 12th house. And even though so many people, Libra is your 12th house, so many people believe the 12th house is loss and depressing. It's nothing but loss and losing things. No. The 12th house is probably one of the most spiritual houses of all. This would be the most beneficial time for you to take up meditation, to take back your control in terms of what you want to manifest spiritually, because don't forget, that's why we're here. So your spiritual resources become strengthened. And you can learn meditation. This can change your life for the better. And I always look at the 12th house as foreign lands and countries. You could have a trip to a foreign land, and probably you will, a different country. And you will also be in connection with foreigners, maybe in business, maybe in play or anything, but you will have connections to foreign places. And the 12th house is our dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. It will sleep. So you can benefit greatly from paying attention to your subconscious mind and your dreams. And it's a time to let go all the things that have harmed you in the past. Let it go. That is holding you back from your happiness. So let it go. Let go all the past hurts, because there's nothing you can do about the past. Focus on the future and how this understanding of these past relationships have helped you grow. That's the purpose. So moving forward, if you have a Sagittarius ascendant, this means that Libra is your 11th house. And this deals with friends, groups, and organizations. You're going to be empowered by others. Also, don't forget the 11th house deals with our ability to communicate with friends. Old friends, new friends, they will come into your life and they will benefit you. Take that power and give it gratitude, appreciation to those that arrive in your life, new friends, old friends that are helping you and helping you grow. So the next thing is, when I look at the 11th house, is going to be something to do with the oldest sibling. The oldest sibling is going to be of great benefit to you if you have one during this time. So going to the sign of Capricorn. This means that Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting simultaneously your 10th house. Your career is going to take off during this time. Put more power and energy into the work and into career, because that's your point of reference during this year. You will be successful. You will get that raise. You can start your own business. It's time to expand. It's time to take advantage of the opportunities that will be presented concerning your career. So if you have an Aquarius ascendant, then you're going to find that this is a very fortunate time, because this means that both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting your 9th house. And the 9th house is the house of spirituality and truth. You're realizing so much, taking classes. If you feel like it's time to take a class or a course or learn more, expand your knowledge, this is the time. You'll benefit greatly from that knowledge and information. And who knows, you might be the teacher. You might be the one that's teaching and putting all this valuable information out into the world. And if your father's still around, this could be a time that he could come to benefit you greatly. Or either if your father's not around, this could be a time that you have some healing concerning some past issues concerning your father. And it's all about teaching and learning and travel. You could go to some beautiful faraway places, and boy, will you learn some new things by these travels. So do it. So if we go on to Pisces, then this means that it is your 8th house that's Libra. And the 8th house deals with psychoanalysis, awareness, getting to the core and the bottom of things. It actually deals with research in the deepest sense of the word. This is your time to make great discoveries, and many discoveries about the past. And this could be a time of massive healing. We all need to heal our past, because that opens the door to future opportunities. So the 8th house is very powerful. It's a house of change and transformation. And the fact that both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting this house, this can be a year of major transformational change for you. Use this to your best benefit. So if you have an Aries ascendant, then this means that Libra is your 7th house. Relationships. If you are not in a relationship and you're wanting to meet someone, this is the time. Take advantage of it. Remember, astrology is cycles and gives us opportunities. You have to take advantage of it. If you don't, you could miss out on this opportunity. If you are in a relationship, then this means your partner will do well. There's going to be some opportunities or gains for them, and they will be very happy by these opportunities that are presented. Your relationship will improve. There'll be much growth and advancement in your understanding of each other. So if you have Taurus as your ascendant, this means that Libra is your 6th house. The 6th house is all about healing and work. So you may take up some new health regimes, get healthier, and advance in so many ways with even your habits, your routine. All of these things come into play, and you become more disciplined. In diet, nutrition become more important. And even people in the workplace where you work, they become a lot better to deal with. They become helpful, and opportunities can come from coworkers or employees at this time. So if you have a Gemini ascendant, that's my ascendant, then this means that the Jupiter-Saturn is in the 5th house. I happen to have a lot of planets in Libra, so I'm looking forward to this transit. This should be a good one. So those of you that have a Gemini ascendant, realize the 5th house is creativity and that you will be doing something vastly creative in the line of your work and development. And if you have children, your children will prosper and have great opportunities. So I don't know about you, but I have 3 sons. I'm looking forward to, well, let me put it this way. If you have children, you know that when your kids are happy, you're happy. So that's what I'm seeing with the transits of both Jupiter and Saturn to the 5th house, which is Gemini, a Gemini ascendant. So realize, though, the 5th house is also the house of investments. So that should take off during this time as well. Okay, if your ascendant is Cancer, then this means that this is your 4th house. You could have a change of residence, or either you'll be working on your home, decorating, refurbishing, renovating. Something good happens to your home environment. And if your mother's still alive, your mother will prosper. There will be some good things that happens for her. And your relationship as well. I feel like this is a time of family celebrations because that's a 4th house sense. And your sense of security. I mean, we all need security. Security is that issue. Really that issue that makes us feel content, happy. The 4th house is actually said to be the house of happiness because if you have security, you will be happy. So if your ascendant or your ascendant is Leo, then this means that the Jupiter-Saturn are aspecting your 3rd house, which is another house that deals with creative talents and abilities. So this will be things you develop. Plus, there's going to be new learning, education, and travel during this time. And you will have better connections with brothers and sisters. It's time to heal those relationships or either visit one another. Take time off to reconnect. And if you have Virgo as your ascendant, your Lagna, then this means that this is your 2nd house that's being activated. 2nd house deals with money, finance. Money matters come together for you this year. You're prosperous. You're wealthy. And another thing about the 2nd house, it deals with your voice. So now it's time to speak your mind, to be empowered by using the voice and possibly even changing your diet. That's the 2nd house. But it also deals with family. So family, money, and feeling free to express yourself verbally is going to be your experience during this time. So all the ascendants in Vedic astrology are going to prosper according to where both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting in your chart. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on me, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. But don't forget to check out my university if you're interested in learning Vedic astrology from me personally. Join the University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.